I personally do feel like it's almost like building a sculpture, and hair just happens to be my medium. As I'm planning it out and drawing it in every step, I think, okay, well, these bobby pins and these elastics need to hold this in place. These braids are going to help strengthen and fortify this hairstyle. And when it actually works out and actually looks accurate to the character, I feel so proud. Hi, I'm Mei and I'm a content creator, and I recreate hairstyles from anime and games to wear in real life. So when I was a kid, growing up Asian American, there wasn't a lot of mainstream Asian content or entertainment or media. Anime was my childhood because it was the only Asian content that I could relate to. Anime is basically animation from Japan, and it covers a ton of different genres. I remember that I would take images of anime characters to my hairdresser and I would say, can you make me look like this? Anime actually really inspired a lot of my fashion and my styling, and to this day I think you can still see that in how I present myself. I really love to think of fashion as sort of creating a character. There was a period in my life where I fell into a super deep depression, and I really lost connection with a lot of the things that made me whole, and anime was one of those things. It wasn't until honestly the last 2 years that I started falling in love with it again, because it was my audience that asked, hey Mei, you know, you used to make a lot of videos about anime. I wish you would talk about it again. It was really because of my audience that I was able to reconnect with my love of anime and to realize that I have a talent and I can actually share it with people. I think my goal is to create hairstyles that everybody can do at home. So I'm using very basic things like hair elastics, bobby pins, hairspray, hairbrush. So I've accumulated a lot of hair accessories over the years. This is actually a really pared down version because I run out of space really quick. But this is the stuff that I've decided to keep because I find that I use it the most. I'm actually really proud of this particular collection. These are all like Chinese inspired hairpins, or ones that I can use for also like Japanese inspired hairstyles. So they have like a lot of like floral motifs and also like specifically Chinese style hairpins, which are these ones that have a fork rather than a regular pin. I think these butterfly pins are actually my favorite hair accessory that I have in my like clip collection. I use them a lot. They appear a lot in a lot of like styling videos. I just really like how whimsical it is. And then these ones are bows. These ones I feel like I use a lot for specifically anime inspired hairstyles because a lot of characters wear bows. These like fuzzy hair ties, these ones are very anime to me. And these are my ribbons. This isn't all of them. These ones are like very whimsical. Stuff like this is definitely not for daily wear, so I kind of reserve them for like anime or game inspired hairstyles. This is actually my favorite piece that I own. It's super delicate, but I can't wait for the day that somebody requests a character that wears a crown, because this is the most beautiful headpiece that I own. So before I show you guys how to do an anime-inspired hairstyle, I think my hair needs a little refresh. Hi!
Hello. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in so long. So today, I'm having my long-awaited hairstyle transformation. I'm going to be doing pastel pink today. First, my stylist Henry is applying bleach to my roots. He's actually doing off-scalp application because I have sensitivity to bleach. So ever since I was a kid, I remember that I wanted all of these crazy hairstyle colors, but you know, growing up with Asian parents, they were like, no, absolutely not, rejected. If you do that, you're gonna be the shame of our family. And I remember that I started with just like a little streak of pink and then another streak over here. And then as time went on, one day I just went full pink and they couldn't even stop me anymore.
With pink colors, they tend to fade really fast. The more pastel you go, the more lighter it is, and because of that, it'll fade out even faster. All right, we finished. What do you think?
Ah, I love it! Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, It feels so soft. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to be pink again. Thank you so much. So now that my hair is pink, I'm gonna show you guys my favorite anime-inspired hairstyle. So out of the dozens of anime-inspired hairstyles that I've done, this one is actually my favorite one, and this one is inspired by Otohime Ryugo from Okami-san and her 7 companions. So this is where the magic happens. I'm taking my braid and grabbing it underneath. I'm going to fold it 3 times underneath itself until I reach to the top of my head, and then I'm going to cinch it in the middle right here and hold it down to cover the elastic, and it creates sort of like a little figure 8 shape, and it looks like a bow. And then I'm just gonna repeat on the other side. We're done here. I really like the result. That's why this is my favorite hairstyle out of the millions that I've done, because I like how it creates like a very interesting illusion of double hair bows where you have ribbons made by your hair, but you also have this actual hair bow that mimics the ribbon that we've created with our hair. And I feel like it creates a very interesting, like, cartoony effect, which is like why I like to make these hairstyles. I find so much genuine joy in teaching people how to discover their own style. It makes me feel so happy that I can have that relationship with so many thousands of people. And it's such a positive outlet for me in a way that channels all of my creativity, all of my love for fashion, for hair, for makeup, and I feel like I want to walk out the door feeling like a work of art.